Welcome back, everybody. Sive is here with the Forex Peace Army.com. Let's take a look again on the Forex market. So market's behaving relatively quiet, so we don't have any big changes compared to what we discussed recently. But on the intraday charts, if you take a look carefully, you will see that it seems that short-term sentiment is changing. It doesn't show any significant change, so we would not see some explosive rally or something like this. But the performance that I see currently on euro currency, it seems that market still could show the more extended pullback. And initial plan, what we talked about, the 1680 resistance area, where we suggested to see it this week as a retracement for possible consideration of the short position or something, currently is once again on the table. So actually it was not taken off the table in general, but based on the recent performance that we discussed yesterday, chances were better that the market could try to break it to the downside. But currently it seems that still the reaction on the triple to buy pattern around the confluence still started. So on the daily chart, from that point of view, the nearest interesting point stands around 117, 1680 approximately, where it stands the break-even point of the trend direction by the MACD indicator. So it will be particularly interesting if we will get here some bearish grabbers or something like this. This might be a good background for making decision on position taking. On the lower time frame, particularly on the fall time frame chart, take a look what has happened. So the bearish scenarios that we have discussed has not been realized in general, even once we have stopped our update on situation in the euro currency. A few hours later, you can see that market also has formed another bullish grabber. So as we said, while the bullish grabber is valid, market keeps chances on possible upward action, and currently it is returning back to the 1630. So as we said yesterday, so at least we could get returned back to the 1630. So if you have traded this grabber pattern, so initially we talked about the grabber on the futures, because on a spot market you can't see it, but later on the spot market we've got another one with this candle. Mostly this pattern is already done, but here is more important is inability of the market to go down. So it was not able to break the lows, it was not able to just show the breakout, and instead of that returning back up. So it means that with this change, actually the reason why I said that, it seems that situation is changing and sentiment is changing on the short-term performance, and it makes me think that market will try to extend this action further. So that's why in the current circumstances, idea to keep an eye on the 1685 area as a possible resistance looks not bad actually. So it really might be reached. So that's the scenario that personally I would prefer to follow in the current situation. Besides, on hourly chart, if you take a look at the possible extension of this ABCD pattern, so XOP will stand precisely at 1684. So it will create an agreement with this resistance area. And take it all together, if we simultaneously will get the bearish grabber on the daily chart, for example, right in this point, that will be a great combination to consider taking the short position. So at least it will be more or less reliable with good chances for success. So that's our let's call it as a base scenario, so base case. Currently I do not see any other good steps for possible other trades, so probably it's not the point for now for taking the short position here. For the bullish position, well, grabbers were good background because, as we explained yesterday, if you remember, that it was very close to the potential invalidation point of the pattern, so risk was very small, but now not very attractive risk reward combination. So from that standpoint of view, well, I see the only more or less acceptable scenario is that just to wait for this resistance area and see what will happen around it.